Alright guys, this is a long play and review for Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom arcade coin-op from Atari Games in 1985. Here's the flyer advertising the game to arcade owners, and we'll see a few pictures of the arcade cabinet in all its glory. If you don't know my videos, I do long plays and reviews, but if you just want to watch the long play without any commentary, including the full track sequence, I'll post a link in the description to an unlisted video for you. Yes, welcome. We're starting this off, and high score table there. You can see my name at the top there already on my first attempt. And there's 3 different sections in the game. It loops around 3 times before doing the first 2 sections again in the final rope bridge section, and then a bonus round. If you put more coins in, you can get more lives. A little tip here, if you just get rid of all these skeletons and snakes on the level select screen, you get bonus points. And for this long play, we're going to do it the hard way. Right, so we start off in the mines here, and there's 7 children in cages you need to release. Obviously watch out for the fuggy guards, the spikes, explode the gas cans. Apparently you're supposed to get a bonus as well for igniting all the gas cans, but it doesn't seem to happen. Perhaps it's a slightly different later version of the game. Anyway, watch your feet on the pathways. And one of the things that's going to confuse you in this game is that the screen warps around left and right. So if you're going horizontally, if you keep going left, you'll just keep looping around. It doesn't loop vertically though, at least not until the final bonus round. There we go, that's all the children rescued, and on this long play we're going to do it by rescuing all the children and trying to get all the hidden bits and scores which you can find. Moving on, this is the next level, the minecart section. Good fun but really tricky, and the trick to this is not to go so fast. Go as slow as you can and keep whipping away in all directions. Remember to tilt your cart, and if you keep whacking the fuggy guards, you get increasing bonus points. Alright, yeah, remember to hit the gas can there and rapidly press the whip button to stop the cart. And we move on to the 3rd level, the temple level, to get the Sankara stone. And now if you destroy all the objects on this level, you'll get a completion bonus score. That's why I'm whipping all the skeletons. And that's why I'm ignoring the exit and going over here. Yeah, watch out for the guards and Molaram here. Molaram, the bad guy in the movie of course, throwing flaming hearts at you which you have to whip out the sky. Cool. So we've escaped there. We also got the completion bonus there as well, of course, for destroying all the objects. And we move on. And okay, we're back in the mines again, and we've got to do the mines 3 more times. Well, actually it's 4 times, sorry, before we reach the rope bridge section. You only have to do the temple 3 times. You do the mines 4 times, the minecart 4 times, and then the final level, the rope bridge, where you confront Molaram, and then you get a bonus round which just loops on endlessly until you eventually lose all your lives. I got a little bit lost there, and I'm trying to do this level in the quickest route possible, although I sort of screwed up there, I got lost a little bit. The longer you take as well, the more difficult the level will become. Molaram will start appearing a lot more frequently, like he is doing now actually, as will bats. So you want to go as quickly as possible. As you can see, he keeps reappearing, but we've escaped to the mines. The exit to the mine is always at the top of the level. But sometimes it can be a little bit of a maze to navigate. But remember to tilt your cart here. Right there, to the right. There's lots of things that can kill you in this level. And if you're not careful, the cart can run away and you'll be going far too fast to cope with it. Lots of twists and turns. So on these harder cart levels, go as slow as you can, but go really fast here to jump the gap. That's really cool they've included that from the movie. Hit the whip button as quickly as you can to stop the cart. And sometimes if you're a bit slow, I believe, on hitting the whip button to slow the cart down at the end there, and you just jump out as an enemy cart jumps into you. I think Indy actually says something differently, like close call or something. I can't remember. I've not actually replicated that before. There we go. Completion bonus there of 20,000 points for destroying all the objects in the temple. Okay, and we move on to the third mine section. I suppose I want to talk a little bit about the well, kind of a review of the game, what I think to it, graphics and design and all that kind of stuff. First of all, I love this game to bits. It's one of my favourite arcade games of all time, which is why I'm doing it. The first thing to remember, this is 1985, not long after the movie was released, of course. I'm sure most of you have seen the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom movie, and it follows the movie very nicely. It's got four key sections of the movie, all replicated in three different sort of gameplay types. Well, okay, the temple level and this level is pretty similar. And I think it captures the spirit of the movie excellently, particularly how the graphics have been done, the different levels we've got. The music actually is fantastic for 1985. They've done a fantastic job of the replicating the John Williams score. And also the sound effects with sampled speech, very impressive. I think this must be one of the earliest examples of sampled speech in a coin-op game. Remember guys, this is 1985 when this came out, and I think the graphics look really good. In fact, it's pretty excellent for 1985, the graphics. Very nicely drawn, good use of colours, everything moves really smoothly and nicely, decent sprites, and animation. And I think the programmers have to be commended here. Programmers themselves, well, I've got the list of the programmers here. Directed by Pete Lipson, produced by Mike Halley, with Rob Rove, Ulrich as Hal Cannon, Dennis Harper, Susan G. McBride, Alan Murphy, Will Noble on graphics, design and music and sound effects. Those guys you would have found doing lots of other arcade coin-ops for Atari in the mid to late 80s. For example, Gauntlet, Roadrunner, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Cyberball, Paperboy, Marble Madness, Vindicators, Zybots, Tubin. Most of them had their hand in those games, so a real quality team behind this project, and it's excellently done. I guess the only thing I don't like is how the screen sort of warps around. Oh, I have to be really careful here. That was good timing. It warps around left to right. It's a bit confusing, but you do get used to it. And it probably makes the gameplay a lot faster if you got stuck at one end and you have to go all the way back. There is a tight time limit, and arcade games have to be quick, fun blasts of enjoyment. So whilst confusing, it does kind of work. So I guess you have to imagine that Indy is in a mine that's kind of a circle or cylindrical shape, working around the outside, the inside edge of a mine that's been drilled into the ground in a sort of circular fashion. I don't know how else I can sort of explain or justify it, but nah, it's okay. At least it doesn't wrap around vertically. That would be very confusing. Some of the home computer versions do. The Amstrad version does, which I've also done a long play and review my channel of, so go check that out. There you go, that's all the children freed. You can finish the level and exit in the minecart without rescuing all the children, of course, if you want to, but that would just be mean and lazy. Okay, the minecart level here, it starts to get really difficult. We've got to go so slow and so carefully. Lots of dead ends to watch out for. Strangely, we're doing the hard version of the game. In like the easy and medium, you actually get bats appearing in this level, and there's also some rocks you can smash if you whip overhead to crush enemies that are behind you. They don't appear in the hard path of the game, if you want to call it that, the hard waves. But there's plenty of things to kill you here. And boy, was that difficult. Obviously, I've done this without losing a life. It makes it look a lot easier than it is. But here we are, the final rope bridge section. Now, Molaram is throwing hearts at you. You've got to time it really quickly to hit them, turn around, hit a guy, and keep moving forward as quick as you can. Make as much progress and reach the Sankara stone. And that's it. That essentially, guys, is the Temple of Doom completed. And this leaves us with just the challenge round. We've got to collect or whip the golden statues. There's one above our heads, and it tells you where the statue may be at the bottom of the screen there. And there we go, lots of points there. I've got the Prince of Pancart chasing us with his voodoo doll of Indy. If he gets near you, he will stun you and render you incapable of moving just for a few seconds, and if an enemy gets up to you, that's you losing a life. Now, there's no end to this challenge section. It keeps going and going and going, getting harder and harder. Yeah, there you go, the prince is like stuns me with his voodoo doll, the little bastard, and we've lost a life. My first life. Hey. Yes, this keeps going till you've lost all your lives. Oh, that got me there. And that's it, the game over. Into your score in the high score table. That's it. Put more coins in to go again. Now, if you complete the easy waves or the medium waves, the same thing happens. The game ends, so you don't get to move on to the next wave. You have to put more credits in and do the next wave up, which is a bit tight. Oh, there's a new enemy appeared there in orange. I don't know if that's actually a glitch or if that's a real enemy. Oh, the Prince of Pancart nearly fell into the crusher there. That would have been funny. There's that orange guy again. And there he is as well. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, or if that's actually a new enemy. Doesn't seem to move any faster than the other Fuggy guards though. There he is. How strange. Yes, there we are. And like I said, guys, if you just want to watch the long play without my commentary and review, do so. There's a link in the description to the unlisted video. I always do long plays and reviews. That's my thing. That's my USP. Unique selling point, I suppose. Oh, I'm losing lots of lives now. Summing up a review, one of my favourite arcade games of all time, so perhaps I'm slightly biased. I think this is fantastic for 1985. I think this is a brilliant film conversion. It really captures the spirit and atmosphere of the film, especially with like the four different levels. It really makes you feel you're actually in the movie, sort of following it. Although it adds in waves of levels to make it more tougher for you. I think the graphics are fantastic, animation great. Although Indy's hat isn't quite right, he's supposed to be wearing a fedora, and it's completely straight across the brim. If you look at it from the side, it looks more like a Mexican sombrero or something, a small one, or a pork pie hat rather than a fedora. Minor quibble, but it's great fun controlling Indy with his whip. And of course you can only stun the enemies with your whip, which gets a little annoying because they do get back up, but you can smack them off things. Every time you hit them they move down a little bit, so you can smack them off the edge of a cliff or whatever. But yeah, fantastic graphics, love the music. It's as good as you're going to get in 1985 for music, and they've added in sample speech, and the sound effects are pretty good too. I do like the design of the game. So overall, as a score, I'm going to give this game a 9 out of 10. It is really, really difficult, which might spoil it for some people, might not be as fun. But the key is to take things very carefully and have good reflexes and anticipation. Oh no! Damn it. So yeah, last life. So this game won't be to everyone's taste because it is quite hard. But there is an easy wave, and the first couple of levels on the easy wave are pretty easy to do. But it does ramp up the difficulty quite quickly. But there we go. On to the high score table. That's all my life's gone. That is a good score. I should check out what the world record is actually on Twin Galaxies. Anyway, so there you go. From here I'm going to leave the full track sequence running. I was going to let the music run, but unfortunately it stops it because it just loops back to the title screen. But the full Indiana Jones music, the proper theme, not the Temple of Doom themes, you'll hear rendered very shortly. So I will leave you to enjoy that because it's actually quite good. So thanks for watching guys, 9 out of 10 from me, and see you all again soon. Goodbye.